What's up, Bakugan gamers? We're moving on to our second starter deck of the 3 that have been revealed, leaked, however you want to introduce them. Doesn't matter to me. Let's get right into the Darkus Enoch Ultra starter deck that we have shown off here. Alright, first things first, the Bakugan themselves. We have Darkus Enoch Ultra, we know him well from AV. Pegatrix and Gillator, 2 green fists, 504, a 4-cost fusion. Ugh. And then Kloptor and Apollyon, which has a Fire Fist and Green Fist, 602. We finally get Apollyon in the flesh. Unfortunately, it is binded to that fusion. I really like the way they got the dual wing fusion stuff here on both these Bakugan. That is pretty cool. But let's see if the Evo, or the fusion, sorry, lives up to the hype of Apollyon. And by the way, his head being an eye is so cool to me. I really like that. As impractical as it may be. 1206 with a natural Fire Fist. Okay, the highest that's getting is 1450 maybe after paying 6, so not gonna happen. Pegatrix Gillator, 2 green fists, 1005 plus 5 damage. Yeah, okay, moving on. Just like the last video, we're only going to go over the cards that we have not seen yet. We're not going to waste your time. We're not going to waste my time. Let's just get right into the new cards that we have yet to see. So the first one is going to be, I believe we haven't gone over Bakugan Overdrive. It is a 5-cost, -100 trifecta draw 2. Nothing too crazy there. But this is one I want to call special attention to. Shieldbreaker, and it looks like a 1-cost. Can't be too sure there. And it says this turn, your Bakugan gets Victor +6 and ignore armor rating on opposing players' cards this turn. So I really like this ability. This is the first Victor effect that I actually feel has potential, besides the Barbetra one that I went over a few videos ago, but that was missed potential. This might be insane potential based on whether or not armor rating is going to get good or dependable in the near future, because armor rating right now does not replace flips. Not at all. Not by a long shot. So if armor rating does become to the point where it is a thing to consider when building your deck, this is definitely a card that is very good. But because this is essentially a clone army. If armor rating becomes the end-all be-all. It won't, but this is essentially a clone army. But as I said, its potential only gets better when armor rating cards get better. Baku Fetch, 2-cost, +4, draw 1 for each Baku core attached to that Bakugan, pass. Baku Roll, 6-cost, attach 2 Baku cores from the field to an open Bakugan, so it's essentially as if you played Consort, but in 1 card. Bad. That's not how bundle deals should work. Maximus Enoch Ultra. So we actually finally have Enoch's Evo. That's really cool. 5-cost, 1405. It gets 10 damage if you have a Fusion Bakugan on your team. For 5-cost, sorry pal, that's not worth it. Even if you have an innate magic shield, 2150 or 2050 for, and with 15 if you have a fusion. No, not for 5. Sorry. As much as I wanted your Evo to be good. And that's it for that. Then we have our Haos pile here. I don't believe we went over Righteous Strike yet. 3 costs, +6 damage, and draw 1 trifecta. You may return it to your hand. Not very good. Light Burst Cannons, 4 costs. When this flips from your deck, you may pay 2 energy to put this into your hand. I really like this ability. By design, armor rating cards already have an edge over flips in the aspect that they are not dead in their hand. However, flips stop all damage, while armor rating only mitigate a select few amount of cards, but being able to recur them after being flipped back to your hand is exactly the kind of push that I like to see from this new mechanic. I actually really like the future applications of this card. I really like the card text on this. And as you'll see with future cards that have this very same effect, it looks like it's not going to be just added back to your hand, but instead pay 2 to do things other than mitigate the damage that you're receiving. So there's a Ventus one that we'll cover in the next video that has a similar effect to this one, but I really like that not only do they stop damage, but you can pay more to do certain effects. Whether or not the effects are good yet, because playing this from your hand is not necessarily good, but other cards that are better than this, having that effect, have crazy potential in the future. Stand Strong, 4 cost, non-fusion Bakugan. If you stop a non-fusion Bakugan, if you do, put it back to your hand. Why? This starter deck has actually had more of its insides leaked than the previous starter deck that we went over, so there wasn't as much to go over here. Sorry about that, but hey, at least it's a more digestible video, perfect for the second video of the day. I know we drop off in views if I post multiple times in one day, but hey, what can I say? I just need to get this stuff out as soon as possible, and I hope you guys enjoy the constant news flow. Sorry for berating your sub feed with all this stuff, but you know, me too, right? If you like that, subscribe, like it, help out with the ratio, blah 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 blah. Make good choices. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.